What's up, y'all? It's Jay Sproul, movies, music, sports, and life. Gotta hit the bobblehead on my Captain America supersize Funko bobblehead. But we're not gonna waste that much time. We're gonna get right into And-1. How many of y'all raise your hand out there? The only the closest I came to And-1 is they came to Milwaukee and my homeboy, I'm not gonna say his name because he would be upset, but he got crossed over by the fat point guard from And-1 who looked just like Lil C's. And you can let me know in the comments if you remember who I'm talking about. He looked just like Biggie Smalls' guy, Lil C's, and he was fat, but he was still quick with a handle. Yeah, he made my guy do the splits, and my partner played Division 1 basketball in Milwaukee. But I I want to say it was sold out. I'm thinking that I tried to get tickets to this event, and the only thing I can think of is that it was sold out. That's the only reason that I wouldn't have been there. But that was the closest I came to experiencing N1, other than the fact that I was cool with one of the two people that I feel were completely left out of the documentary. Rest in peace to Escalade. So you got a 6'9", 350, or was it 380 pounds? Some people say Escalade was 380. I don't see how he carried around that much weight. But he basically was a point. He had way better ball handling skills than me and a lot of people I know who actually played point in their lifetime in high school or wherever. But he obviously couldn't do a lot of quick moves once he got by you. But to see a dude 6'9" bringing it down and you can't get the ball from him, it was a sight to see. And I was very disappointed that they never brought up the fact of how much of a crowd pleaser he was and how unique he was. Yeah, it's unique to see a white boy had the kind of handle that the professor have. It's unique for a dude from Atlanta, the dirty, dirty South, to be the whole show. Hot Sauce was the whole show. Everybody loved him. But you just don't see anybody Escalade's size. And I don't know if Mark Jackson from the NBA refused to interview for the documentary in his place, but it just seems real odd to me that I don't even think Escalade's name was even mentioned. And that's just not cool. The other person is a cat that I was cool with because he left Harlem and he got a basketball scholarship in Milwaukee. And when I attended Clark Atlanta University, find a way to make one. But I transferred after my sophomore year, and I finished up and got my degree at UW-Milwaukee, which we call UW or UWM. And I remember I was in the cafeteria, and his real name is Tim. He just sat down by me, just gave me a pound, and just started chopping it up. New York dudes usually don't be friendly like that. Like New York dudes and Cali dudes seem to be really on guard. But it just seemed like he just need to get some stuff off his chest. Basketball wasn't going the way he thought it was gonna go, and he was telling me, man, they brought me from Harlem out here to Wisconsin. I embraced it. Then out of nowhere, I'm killing these dudes in practice. All of a sudden, they don't want to play me no more. It's like I might as well just stay here and just finish getting my degree, cause if I just feel like they took basketball away from me. And he was here on scholarship after he had got a name for himself on And-1. So I found it even more curious that my alma mater, my school, wouldn't leverage and use the popularity of And-1 at the time to promote that. Yeah, we got somebody from And-1 is a Division 1 college basketball player on your college team. Come see him play. But the only part that they show a headache is when he was cussing at a road manager, and they didn't make it clear if he threw a pizza in the person's face or not. They kind of insinuated that, and they just kind of showed him as disgruntled. But Tim is a very bright man, always was, and I just hate that they would just show him in a light of not having any intelligence, just show him being disgruntled. And overall, I know I've been talking for 6 minutes, but overall, I felt that the documentary painted some of the And-1 players as being ungrateful for their opportunity, griping, blaming white daddy. I'm not a big Tariq Nasheed guy anymore, but he's very correct when he used that terminology, white daddy, because what he's saying when he says that is that black people get on a platform and the opportunity is there to monetize it and make your money from the opportunity that you were given, but you just expect this white man who started this league to just take care of you as if you are his or her child, instead of leveraging your celebrity, the work that you put in to figure out a way to make money off of yourself now that you have a bigger name through And-1. And that's not to paint these three white guys out as being innocent. They admitted that they could have told them about stock options to give them a small percentage of the company once it really got big. Um, One of the owners said that Dribble Machine, Shane, asked for $16,000 to put, I guess, his son, that was a good basketball player, in some type of prep school, and they told him, no, we can't help you. And he tried to act like he didn't remember the conversation, and then say if he did say that, I regret not helping him. Excuse me. I personally feel that he remembers the conversation totally, and that was just a cop out. But I will say, for the black men that was in that situation and felt that they had everything taken from them, a lot of you admitted that you weren't doing anything before And-1 came around. So if you weren't doing anything before And-1 came around and you were making money, even if you weren't making $1 million, you still have to look at it as I went from nothing to something, and this might not last forever. You can't be on the tip of blaming the white man who started the company why you're not making any more money, because white business people, Latino business people, black business people can only make money as long as the product is profitable. The minute that the product is no longer profitable and people aren't interested and they move on, you either go bankrupt, uh, you just watch the product that you created, you watch it fail, or you sell it. And when you sell it, you save yourself from a loss, but you also are not responsible for what happens to the people that are still there after you sell it. So it's kind of like jumping off of a sinking ship. And that's just business, man. That's the way business is, man. Business, You are a commodity. You were being used as part of that commodity, and it's not the business person responsibility to shake you by the shoulders and say, "Hey, man, you need to figure out a way to monetize yourself." So that was kind of depressing seeing that. And here's my final thing about the documentary. I had no idea that three white guys started it. I admire their business acumen, especially the one who was designing the shoes. And ironically, when he decided that he didn't want to do And-1 anymore and he quit, that's when everything plummeted. So that proves that he was kind of the engine behind everything. But the last thing, I just found this just unforgivable. They did a whole segment on Vince Carter wearing their And-1 shoes when he won the dunk contest his rookie year, right? And everybody to this day says that was the most amazing dunk contest ever. And I take that back. That might not have been his rookie year. He might have did that the year after in 2000, his second year. But they highlighted the fact that he wore some And-1 shoes when he won that dunk contest, and they were talking about how big that was for him. It's not like he got on a microphone and shouted out A1. He signed with Puma after that. He didn't sign with you guys. But the other thing I felt was egregious, and let me know in the comments if y'all noticed this too. When he won that dunk contest is when Kenny Smith, who was from New York, started calling Vince Carter half man, half amazing. How ironic that you celebrated that Vince Carter wore your shoes without any type of shout out. You didn't spend any time educating us about the And-1 player, half man, half amazing. And you completely left out the fact that they started calling him an And-1 nickname, half man, half amazing, while y'all was still in business, and you did nothing legally to challenge that or try to get some money back. You could have put some money in that man's pocket if you would have went after the NBA for using that without even acknowledging And-1. So, but good trip down memory lane. I'm glad that at least some of those players got their just due from being featured on this Netflix feature. And that's all I got. Let me know if you watched the rise and fall of And-1 and also what you thought of it below in the comments. Make sure you hit that red button that says subscribe right there if you haven't subscribed already. Jay Spruill, movies, music, sports, and life. We out.